Hi, my name is Ellen Taylor, and I am presenting on CyberSafety, protecting today's youth. The internet is such a vital part of our lives today, yet it's a beneficial thing, it's also a negative thing, and we're going to learn about those things today. Some of the benefits of constructive internet usage. There are numerous opportunities for personal growth in various ways using social media communities, including community outreach opportunities. These are things such as fundraisers, charities, school events, church events, community events. All these things can be outreached and put online so that people that used to be in your community who have moved outside can come back, can partake. It's such a good community bonding opportunity. It creates that. Growth of one's creativity through collaboration of ideas in various social media forums. These are things such as podcasts, YouTube videos, this Prezi, blogs, all those things can open windows to the young minds that we have in our society, to the creative minds. You will find that, a student who in the classroom cannot collectively write on a topic in a form possibly relevant to their age, yet if you get on their blog, you're going to see that this student is brilliant because they can be as creative as they want to on this, and this is open to their ideas. And it's definitely one of those puzzle things. I work with students with autism. You find where it fits, find where that piece fits, and you're going to make a picture. And podcasts and blogs and things like that, they are part of that puzzle. And when you put that student and open up their creativity, and you start putting these pieces all together, you're going to create a picture of that student and his ideas and how brilliant they really are. Expansion of diversity of cultures to all parties incorporated. How cool is it that a 5th grade classroom in my elementary school here in Salina, Kansas can outreach and talk to through video podcasting and webcams and blogs and everything to a classroom over in Germany and discuss their differences, discuss their similarities. I can't fathom how amazing it is to see that and see how the kids' faces light up when they realize they're talking to someone across the ocean, and how cool that is. Unfortunately, though, we can't just discuss the positive things of the internet because there are so many of them. We also have to discuss the negative things on the internet, such as the dangers lurking on the web. Being aware of dangers on the web is one of the most important things parents and educators can do to protect youth. Dangers include, but are not limited to, cyberbullying. Purposely humiliating someone on the internet is horrific. But this is what children and adolescents are doing today. They say when we were kids that you went to school and you got bullied. Yet now the difference is you can't come home from being bullied. You get bullied at school. In our day, you got bullied at school, you went home and you were free. That was your little safe haven. Now, bullying has come inside the home. Cyberbullying has taken bullying to a new level. It's at school, it's at home. And that's humiliating peers through posting hostile information through social media websites, texting, blogging, everything is all social media technologies. Cyberbullying has just interrupted children's days, and it's scary because cyberbullying, along with exploitation of online predators, can lead to horrific, absolutely horrendous side effects: depression, I mean, there's so many signs you need to look for in your children. Once you start to see these, immediately get help. This is the parents and teachers. Educators can do the same thing. You see a student who's falling back, figure out the problem and help that student move on through the problem. Exploitation by online predators. We all know that is when an adult knowingly interacts with a minor through online forms of communication with sexual intentions. Unfortunately, in our minds, we think of what we see on CNN, the online predator going to meet the child for sexual interaction, and that child almost seeming completely innocent. But unfortunately, that child is completely aware of what they're going they might encounter. Although it may not be what they picture it, think, but this sickening child pedophile has manipulated this child into thinking that this sexual interaction is okay, that they both want this to happen, that the parents will be okay with it, and they'll fall in love, and it'll be all grand. When that, we all know, is not going to happen. It's the sickening mind of a child pedophile. Unfortunately, the exploitation by online predators happens so much more than we can even fathom. It's horrifying. We think this happens overseas, where, unfortunately, we talk about child slavery and things like that, when all in all it's happening on our home ground, and it's scary because a lot of it's starting with online predators coming into the home, and they've already got that first foot in the door. It's up to parents and educators to close it. At least making the children aware enough to close it themselves. Self-recklessness due to self-exploitation. This you see a lot with adolescents and teenagers, posting pictures of parties, posting pictures of crazy weekends with friends and things like that. Is not appropriate in the employment world. This is when you find you have consequences. And most, if not all, teenagers do not understand that what they post online stays online. This is a lack of understanding for that, and the consequences they'll see when they go to try to get a job in their future career. It's not going to happen because, well, I'm sorry, but a CEO is not going to like seeing an underage kid drinking, smoking pot, doing whatever else they might be doing in these pictures. These are some of the things that we need to do, these dangers that we need to make children and teenagers and adolescents aware of in order to help them really succeed in their lives. So we'll go ahead and move on to our an educator's influence. This is our role. Educators and other professionals working with today's youth have an important role to play in providing information about cyber dangers and safety to parents as well as children. It's not only children we have to educate anymore, it's parents. They say sometimes the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Well, hopefully we can ripen that apple up a little bit so it's a little better apple. I don't know how many times I've ran into a parent that has no idea, who is seemingly, I don't know, confused about online safety. They don't care. They don't care. They don't have time to teach it anymore. The parent's job falls onto the teacher. I've seen it as simple as things as shoe tying. Parents say, that's not my job. That's the teacher's job. They need to do it. They're at school. They do it. I didn't know tying shoes was part of kids' curriculum, but parents seem to think it is. So internet safety is one of those things, another one that we have to teach and we have to model. So I sit right here, I say knowledge is power. Knowledge of internet safety. Power to the world. That's just my little thing. But we've had strong development of curriculums. Oh, what's that? Over time, we've been able to develop curriculums that directly teach students about safety of the internet in the classroom and applying it to outside of the classroom. Another thing, advise direct and open communication with children. Communication, communication, communication. I believe that is the most important thing a parent can do for their child, is communicate with them. Not in a possessive way, not in a punitive way, like punishing way, in an open way, not as your best friend. We know that doesn't work either. But in an authoritative yet open way. And this line's hard to get sometimes. It's easy to cross into untrustworthy, where your child no longer trusts you to be enough to be open. They feel you're just judging them. Or you get into the friend zone, and we don't want that either. But one of the most important things is communicating with your child, such as creating online usage plans. What's going to happen if I do this? What should I do? Help your children answer questions. What should I do if this happens online? Who should I contact? Where should I go? I mean, are there any outlets for if I feel this way? If someone is coming to me in an online predator, and I didn't realize it at the time, and now I'm kind of hooked, line, and sinker, if you want to call it that. Where should I go? What kind of professionals can I talk to about this and get this problem resolved? Discuss the importance of appropriate supervision of online activities. This is, again, along with the online usage plans. You're talking about the who, or, well, not really the who, but the what. Just the appropriateness. Easy and said there. Just discussing what's appropriate and what's inappropriate. I can do with my 6-year-old. Other parents can do with their 16-year-old. It's not that hard. We'll go ahead and move on here. Notes to parents. There are countless resources that provide direct information for both parents and children based on the internet. Net Smart Kids is phenomenal. So is Internet Safety. Simple K-12, liked it, but I wasn't super impressed. It just kind of gave me more resources and outlets for other ways to figure out or learn about Internet safety. Net Smart Kids is highly interactive for all ages. I encourage parents and professionals to both look at it. It has tabs for law enforcement, parents, educators, kids, adolescents, teenagers. I mean, each one's different, and it's directed solely to that group of people. I find that amazing. I thought it was very interactive. There's a video on there that anybody can watch, and it gives clear, straight-cut internet safety lessons to people who don't understand computers at all, pretty much, or understand anything about the importance of internet safety. InternetSafety.com. It was a great one. It again had fantastic information for mainly for parents and professionals. Not so much for kids, but it's not as interactive as NetSmart Kids, which I said I feel would be very influential to children and adolescents and teenagers. Well, this is in my Puzzy on internet cyber safety, and I hope you have a great evening.